Hey everybody, Coach Dave here, Elite 7-Star Diamond Beachbody Coach, and I want to talk to you guys about following up. How often you send somebody an invite to your challenge group, or you're inviting somebody to join your team as a coach and you don't hear back, and you're like, oh my God, what do I do now? How do I follow up? Am I annoying them? Do I follow up now? Do I follow up 3 days from now? Well, whatever it is that you're concerned about, I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to talk to you about some tips about following up. Hey guys, it's about making a decision. That's it. Nobody wants average. Embrace the struggle. Go for it. I'm a better father, husband, parent. All that can change is you. Give up to go up. All right, guys, so how do you follow up as a coach? When do you follow up? What do you say? So I'm going to give you some of the tips and things that I use that have worked for me when it comes to following up. So guys, you send somebody a message. Let's just say it's a Monday and you send somebody and you're talking to somebody about your challenge group, or maybe they reached out to you, or maybe you're talking to them about joining your team, as a coach. And then that day goes by and you don't hear back. And you're like, do I follow up? What do I say? I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to be pushy. Well, guys, first and foremost, the fortune is in the follow-up. So you're gonna have to follow up at one point. People get busy. Life gets in the way. Things happen at work. Kids' activities comes up. People get sick. So you need to follow up, and 99.9% of the time, it's not because they didn't want to answer you back. It's that life got in the way. They got busy. So what I normally do, about 24 hours later, I will always send somebody a follow-up message. And I always make sure I call the sandwich philosophy. And what I mean by that is I always start the message off with something personal. Hi, how are you? How are your kids doing? Or something that maybe I saw on their social media page to connect with them. So I always start off with the message of something about them. That's personal because it's really about you being invested into other people. Don't be so interesting and be more interested. Be interested in what's going on in people's lives. I truly feel that for me, I want to make sure that I'm always trying to connect with somebody and see how they're doing, because that's what this is truly about. So I start the message off with a simple message like that, and I always end off with something about having a great day or have a great weekend or enjoy the holiday or whatever it is. The middle portion of the message is where I really want to follow up. And in the first follow-up, I always say something like, I just wanted to touch base because I didn't hear back from you. Something as simple as that. I just wanted to touch base about our conversation yesterday because I didn't hear back. By you saying because I didn't hear back, sometimes the light bulb will go off and your friend or somebody you're speaking to, you know what? I didn't answer Dave back, so let me respond back. And usually most times that will work. That will get the person to respond back to you. But sometimes you don't hear back. Right? You don't hear back after that first follow-up, and now what do? You followed up. Monday was your initial message. Tuesday comes along. You send that follow-up. You don't hear back. I usually wait maybe another day or two. So say it's about Thursday. I don't spam somebody and send multiple messages throughout the day. I just don't. I don't want to get in people's ways. And some people say, I don't want to feel pushy. There's a fine line, guys, between following up and doing the right thing and being sincere and helping somebody, and then sending 100 messages in a day. So usually about 2 days later, I'll follow up with them again. Again, I use that little sandwich philosophy so I can see what's going on. Maybe you should check their Facebook wall. Maybe you see they had something going on with their family. Maybe you will see exactly what's going on. So maybe you can, start the message off with that. Or maybe, guys, you just send them a message if something happened in their life and just say you're thinking about them and leave it at that, because that's just touching base. But maybe 2 days later, you're following up again, and I simply say, after the sandwich philosophy, hey, I just wanted to touch base because I didn't hear back. I hope I didn't say something wrong. I hope I didn't scare you away. If I did, I apologize. Because sometimes, your concern is, wow, did I scare them away? Did I send them too many messages? And you're just being sincere about it. And when you send somebody something like that, a lot of times they don't want to feel as if maybe you think that they did something wrong, or you think that maybe they're upset with them. And this almost always generates a response. So this is my second follow-up, guys, and it's usually about 2 days later. Now my last follow-up, and I rarely ever have to use this because with this business, guys, you need to work with the willing, right? You can't be stuck on the same 1 or 2 people forever. So if you need to move forward and you need to go to the next thing, I'll follow up with the person again. I'll send them that opening and that ending message in, top and bottom, but in between, I'll simply say, hey, I just wanted to touch base. I didn't hear back. Let me know if I should give your spot away to somebody else and cross you off my list. And that's it. People most times don't like to be crossed off someone's list, so they usually almost always will respond back. Guys, I can honestly say, being a successful coach, being a coach that has hit the Star Diamond ranks and being an elite coach, I rarely ever have to get to that third follow-up. Usually it's the first follow-up or the second, them thinking maybe that I scared them away and I was saying I'm sorry if I did, and that's just because I want to make sure I didn't get them at a bad time. So I always say these things and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, and it always generates conversations back. So guys, remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. These are 3 great examples that I use, but do not forget to follow up and say, oh, I didn't hear back from them. And at the end of the day, if you don't hear back after the messages, wait a couple of weeks. When you're running your next challenge group or you're running your next coach sneak peek for people to join your team, you can follow up with them again. It's never a no, it's a not right now. So don't take a no as that's it, it's over. Take it as a not right now. Follow up with them in a couple of weeks, and never forget to reach back out to them again. I hope these tips worked, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. I'm here to change your life.